think we're live. Hold on. Uh, Hello everyone. Hopefully you can see and hear us. We had just a minor technical hitch.
That was the
Absolutely,
longest 0 seconds of my life.
yeah, literally seconds before we went live. Hello everyone. And it was entire. Do you know what, Steve? It was entirely because I alt tabbed the wrong keyboard.
Well done.
So
Well done.
a little bit of behind the scenes there. Hello everyone, and welcome to another of the History Hangouts. People seem to really enjoy the History Hangout we did last time. Interestingly, you kind of had the upper hand in medieval history. I may have the upper hand here in Greek because I
Definitely.
had to read a few books when I was on a arena for Greek history. But as you will see, Steve, we played Achilles in Pharaoh. So I thought I would play Memnon in Troy.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going into this blind. I don't
You
know
do.
what Josh has done for this or prep, so
I've
this
got
is going to be interesting.
I've got 15 turns in. So
Okay.
the prep is I thought we would chat about some Greek history. We'd answer any questions if people have questions about stuff going on or anything that's on their mind. And I thought we'd do a monster hunt. So we'd pick one of the monsters, and seeing
Ooh,
as I'm a
yes.
horde army, we would spend the stream trying to grab a monster.
That sounds fun.
Um,
We
but yeah,
should totally get Cerberus and do the bit where the little Easter egg bit where you can pet him.
is that what your immediate thought is for
I
Cerberus?
just got. Oh, I saw Todor's little dev
Oh
roll
yeah,
call video that he did, and he talks about it, and I was like, that is the most adorable thing I've ever
I
seen.
I see Grudges has asked if they can ask the streamers to dance. I would say in this in this space we can you can ask anything, you know, whether we can do those things. I feel like me dancing would uh drop the follow and viewership of our streams significantly and quickly.
No one is seeing the Wurzag dance from me until I get it professionally produced by a video team. So I refuse to do any other dancing
That's fair.
before that time.
I see as well. Someone said, which I think is a really interesting question. Will we get a developer retrospective regarding Spartan Total Warrior? Because we had people who worked on Asgard Total Warrior on some of our streams, and they kind of mentioned it. I don't know who we would have who can.
Mm.
It's the Venn diagram of worked on, can remember working on,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
wants to chat about for an hour, those kinds of things. But we can always, we can always ask around and see if there's an overlap for something we've got coming up.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have anything at the moment. We haven't prepped anything, but
Yeah,
who knows? Who
but
knows?
but yes, we're here. We're gonna be playing some Troy. I saw a question which I would answer because I have a huge bias towards it. Josh and Steve, what do you think about the Troy Pharaoh approach to resources instead of a single currency approach? I like the complexity, but find it can be a bit overwhelming. I went into Pharaoh just doing all of my practice stuff for this, and I hadn't really interacted with the multi-resource economy a lot. I just kind of got everything into the green and then left it, just let it tick up.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that with Achilles, so I had to really learn how to manage and work with that economy. It is
yeah.
maybe one of my top 5 mechanics in a Total War game now.
I am a big fan of it because I am also a fan of resource management games
Yeah,
and city builders, and which obviously a lot of those kind of games feature these kind of mechanics where you have a bunch of different resources to sort out. My issue with it being in Total War is that I'm not the best Total War player. Some may say I'm a terrible Total War player.
no one says that.
I may say I can't believe I work on Total War because I'm so bad at Total War. Okay, but it is a great feature. It adds an extra level of complexity that I personally struggle with,
And to be
but
clear, Steve,
enjoy.
you are the person who decides all balance in Total War, right? It's
I do. I do all the balancing. The battle balance updates that happen in Warhammer 3 when we post out the patch notes and stuff. I just hit a keyboard and just see what happens, and then see what works and what doesn't.
He sometimes sometimes the gods help his aim, and sometimes we get a great balance patch. But it's I'm trying to.
That's how I get paid.
I'm not gonna lie,
If
Steve.
if it works, I get paid. If it doesn't, I don't get paid.
You get paid the amount that was balanced.
Yeah.
I saw the sirens. I fully forgot that I'd been playing this on mythological mode. I saw the sirens. The giants didn't twig as odd for me, but I saw that. I was like, why have I got? Who's put wings on?
Mm,
Completely forgetting. But then also I've
historically
got
accurate.
these Spearmasters of Elysium. Um, for those of you who haven't played Memnon, because Memnon was the last of the Troy DLCs. Also, I made this little army for a quest. I do not know what I want to do with it. He doesn't have much to do. He'll follow Memnon, and he'll probably die over here. But I'm actually okay with that. But yeah, Memnon is interesting. It was at the time a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, are they teasing Egypt? Are they teasing Egypt? Are they teasing a kind of Bronze Age Egypt game?" Shock, we were.
Well, but this was obviously before I joined
Oh yeah.
here. Was it actually teasing it?
Well, this is the screen that Memnon interacts with for his mechanic.
Okay,
So you can get Egyptian units,
right, fair.
a very
Okay.
limited roster of Egyptian units, um, and then like other mercenaries and reinforcements from all of these other different regions. So
Hmm.
Canaanites, I don't want to say they're Mesopotamians. That doesn't seem maybe, uh, and like parts of Ethiopia as well. So really cool. And I think as well, if you spin, they added like Egyptian gods to the background. There you go.
Ooh.
So it was all of these little kind of bits. Hinting is maybe the wrong word if you're sticking the Egyptian god in the background, but it's showing that maybe that was the destination for our next title. But yeah, that was, and so Memnon's really unique in that he doesn't recruit. He can't recruit. He's only got special recruitment, and you get special recruitment by calling in people from these areas. So you unlock all of these
Right.
different areas, and you get all these different units. It's quite difficult unless you also have mythos, because if you can't recruit people, you recruit giants and sirens and undead spearmen. His other thing is
So,
this.
so you're telling me that those aren't historically authentic? No,
Uh, it.
they're not.
Hold on, Steve. Were you there?
What? No, but I'm just interested to know. Did they really have these things? Who
Yeah,
knows, right?
yeah, they did. And I won't hear anything to the. Oh no. I should not be in March. Uh, that's fine. I'm also gonna show off. So there's like agent actions you can do if you've embedded them into his army. So this one,
Mhm.
for example, means that he's going to be at half health when we do the battle.
Okay.
So
Josh's life is summed up at the top of the screen there.
no god is on your side.
No God is
Did I
on your
know it?
side.
I mean, this is fine. I'm surprised the balance of power. Oh, do you know what it is? It's my spear and shield infantry are actually very weak. So it's going to be that the auto resolve doesn't like them. At the moment, I'm just kind of going around raising places. But yeah, I really enjoyed working on the creator and the campaign up for Troy. It was a really fun one to work on. It was a very short like marketing campaign that we did for it, because obviously at first it came out Epic exclusive and
Mhm.
free to keep for 24 hours. So it was we just kind of went, well, if that's going to be the case, let's just do a massive push towards the end when everyone's going to be able to actually get it. So it's really like a really high energy, fast, fun campaign to work on. So I have very fond memories of it. Um, right, I've actually, do you know what? Just now realised how little ranged I have in this army. I got these javelins who I'm going to hide, and otherwise I've got a single unit of archers. I guess the sirens technically count as ranged, but I'm not gonna lie,
What's
Steve.
that? Click on the sirens again. What is their range?
It's not
Can you
great.
see?
Oh, I thought you wanted to see them. It's not great.
No, just their range.
Like
Oh,
one,
okay.
like it's better than javelins, right? But
Yeah.
the thing is, I haven't yet really found the use for them. In that they I guess they're like more mobile versions of javelins. Um,
Mm.
because
Do
they
they?
just
So
get shot so easily out of the sky.
so I'm going to show my lack of knowledge about Troy at the moment. It's quite good. I'm gonna play the layman.
Okay.
Okay. I am the man. I've never seen this game before. What's going on here? So those I'm assuming that they're the ranged units, for example, from the enemy
Yeah.
can shoot the the sirens because they can
Yeah,
shoot
quite
down
easily.
airborne as well as land. Because obviously, around that time there were no other airborne units
No, well, you can get
in the
a
history
you
side.
can get a
But
griffin, but you know,
I mean, in
yeah,
the history
yeah,
side,
yeah.
yeah, I am the lay Steve.
So
Ruin,
it's
yes, I am.
it's the slingers I think we really got to look out for. They do drop them quite quick. Um, Memnon's a really good jeweler though. So and I've got the divine challenge for him. So he's going to be absolutely fine. And I got
Mhm.
these guys hidden. I have fixed my middle mouse button. I can confirm I have
Well
definitely
done.
fixed. Look at that.
Look at that! Look at that panning action. Oh,
I have genuinely I've blamed the PC and like the lag to the streaming card for this, and it has just been that it was stuck on the mouse. So this whole time, like I can
you
get some
use
shots
only the
off
best
here.
technology.
No, I don't like that's gonna be awful for them. So Steve, I was gonna see if I could grab some pictures of myself and Pingu, but I didn't really have the time to do it because we have separately, Pingu, you know, there very recently, me about a month ago, visited Greece.
It's real, guys.
And
Josh can confirm. It's
I
real.
went and got to see some of the places I have always wanted to see, including Athens and Rhodes. So I got to see the Acropolis in Lindos, which is maybe one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I am full of fun facts, but the problem is I don't have the best memory. So some of these, this is making it sound like I'm setting up a bit, you know, like this is going to be a little. I straight up, I think I can remember the truth. But if I say something wrong, it is because I learned so much
Yeah.
during that week.
Never call Josh as a witness.
No, definitely not for an
Yeah.
ancient Greek scandal. But yeah, the what am I being told to do?
So I thought it would be quite cool if you selected Memnon and then pressed Insert and K.
Insert doesn't that just put you in the perspective of the? There you go. What
Oh,
happens if I press K? Nothing. Oh, why did I do that? What if it crashed? I could.
I just didn't know. I thought it was going to be like, oh, auto kill your your
Oh
unit
my
or
gosh!
something like
Imagine.
that.
Hold on, these guys have. What are they? I've really drawn them out.
Ruin was actually being wholesome in that moment. Something I never would have thought would happen.
I don't think I saw the gate. So I did get to go and see where they think the Colossus of Rhodes was, because as you would be aware, Steve, despite the very famous picture, it was not over the port with ships sailing in
No.
between his legs. They believe that was a British, not fabrication is the right word, but a misunderstanding when the locals were talking about the ships sailing between like the shadow of the Colossus's legs.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
would have been built in, I think it's the Old Town where the Knights Hospitalia were. So that's where he would have been, but the legs they would sail through. I'm gonna go. So here's one thing the sirens can do is they can send someone berserk. So I'm gonna send like their javelineers berserk and try and get them to storm in. There we go, siren song. But yeah, that was really cool to see, and also the Knights Hospitalia as well. The stuff that they'd left behind, and we got to see some of the original cannonballs used in like the first ever cannons by the Ottoman Empire.
Mm.
Why are they not really? Oh, this is exactly what I said would happen. This is exactly what I said would happen to these sirens. I saw it coming and I did nothing to stop it. I've this has gone.
Going to give you what I've seen on this. So the Colossus of Rhodes was a colossal bronze statue of the Greek sun god Helios, built in the city of Rhodes around 280 BCE, and it was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
It was. The only one left
Stood,
is
I don't know.
Giza.
Well, there you go. Thanks for the history lesson, Josh. That sounded really sarcastic,
No,
but I did.
I would take it if it was sarcasm or not.
It stood approximately 33 meters high before being destroyed by an earthquake only 56 years after its completion.
Yeah,
And
I
the popular image of it straddling the harbour entrance is now considered historically inaccurate,
it
as Josh
is.
mentioned. Yeah.
We managed to get a historical architect to give us a guide around Rhodes, so he had like so many stories and things to tell us, which was really cool. Um, if you want, Steve, us has gone. Actually, it's not gone that badly. I'm being dramatic. It's not that
I'm
bad.
doing my usual where I look at the balance of power, and it seems to be really, working in your favour a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's so they had like a massive lightning bolt of Zeus. There we go. That's really hurting me. That lightning bolt is doing a ton of damage. So if Zeus could just forgive me for whatever I've done, honestly, that would be fantastic. Um, I will say the other little story I heard that really stuck in my mind as a fun little anecdote is about so there was this guy like a famous Greek Olympian boxer, right?
Mhm.
And at the time, of course, the Olympics were male only, and they competed, I believe, competed nude. Um, so this really famous Olympic boxer, he won loads of stuff. I think the story goes that uh he came back for like another look at the Olympics, and he was being carried on people's shoulders, and they were like, "What more do you want? You've got like fantastic life. Why don't you just die?" And like he died, just like pretty much immediately. But that's not the bit I'm getting to. It's the so his sons. He had sons and
Mhm.
daughters. His sons were also fantastic boxers. They all got golds at the Olympics. His grandson, so his daughter's son, was also fantastic at the Olympics. Would you believe it?
Mhm.
And the mother of that son, that grandchild, was like, "Well, why can't I go in and see my son win the Olympics? Because I think he's going to win." So she disguised herself as a male trainer
Mhm.
and snuck into the Olympics because so she wore a male tunic, snuck into the Olympics, and the story goes that her son won, so the grandson of that really famous boxer won, and she climbed over to give him like a hug and to congratulate him, and in doing so, accidentally like ripped her tunic and revealed that she'd snuck in as a male trainer, right? Uh, they then took her to court
Yeah.
because she had broken the law by sneaking in
Yeah.
and in the
I
court.
mean, to be honest, that's better than I thought where this was going. I
Oh
assumed you were going to say they stoned her and that was it.
no! Well, they took her to court, so they were considering it. So they took her to
Well,
court,
yeah.
and the lawyer argued, if any woman is allowed to be in the Olympics, is it not the daughter of the champion, sister of the champion, and mother of the champion? And not only did the court case get thrown out, but she was given loads of gifts by the city and by the people as we're so sorry. But they did change the law, and there's two different things that it argues that the law was changed to. Number one was before you entered the Olympics, all trainers then had to strip entirely.
Okay.
That's account number one. Account number
Yeah.
two is that you were only allowed to wear a toga, so of one shoulder, rather than a tunic with both.
Right.
Oh, there you go, wrestler. Thank you, not boxer. Um, but so one of those two things were changed, but that was it was we're so sorry, of course you could have come in, but also never again. You get
Yeah.
one.
If anyone should be allowed in, it should be you,
Yeah.
but never again.
But also you can't come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was one of the like the guy was telling us so many of those little stories of ancient Greece and the Knights Hospitalia.
I like it. That's a nice story. Thanks, Josh.
No worries, Steve. Come
Now
back
allow me to Google it and verify it for you.
come
No,
back
I'm
next
joking.
time for
I'm not
Josh's
gonna do
story
that.
time. We won. I don't know how we did. I was very distracted, but at least we won.
Well, Josh, you've had a couple of unexpected successes in the last couple of
Hey,
streams.
I'd say
I
unexpected
mean
for my
unexpected
doubters.
with all
Yeah.
due respect.
I don't know if you saw because you were off last week, weren't you?
I was off the days where I was off on Thursday and Friday, so I
Yeah.
didn't see the stream,
Yeah,
because
chat.
I'm not going to tune in on my day off. Why would I do that?
I'm not going to play coy. I was going to say to Steve just there, oh, I don't know if you saw. I know what happened because I called Steve the day he got back, and I went, Steve, you will not believe the battle that I won on this Pharaoh stream. And I pulled up the YouTube video. I was like, Steve, look at the balance of power of this battle. I won that. So, we can pretend that you didn't see it, and this is me mentioning it for the first time. But the truth is, I immediately called him. we have a royal decree. So we have a lot of buffs at the moment, helping our administration efficiency for enacting these. I kind of want to get to Egypt just for the theming of we play as, the
We get a
Greeks.
bit of Egypt in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, he got the story mostly correct, and you know what? Honestly, I'll take that. There was a
Does this
time.
mean so? It's Ratic should be giving us the history facts in chat, right? Because obviously Ratic knows what's going on.
Oh, do you
What
know
other
what? We'll
What
take
other facts have you got for us?
we'll take any interesting little history facts.
Yeah,
Oh, I see a couple of questions
if you
while I
know
was in
your
the.
Bronze Age history,
Mhm.
then drop those facts, and I will verify them.
Good morning from the USA. We have when we get in gameplay for Tides. We hopefully we should be streaming very soon. Maybe even our streams next week will hopefully be able to start. Um,
Yay!
I say maybe as in I don't want to commit to that in case things change while I'm on stream.
Yeah.
But that's the
Oh, there's
hope.
a question. There's a question about the next hotfix.
There.
So,
Oh, do you want
six
to do you want
point.
to take that one?
Yeah, sure. So 6.3.4. We have a question. Is there a preview for it scheduled for 2 days' time? Our goal is to actually have 6.3.4 release in 2 days' time. We're aiming for Thursday. All being well, as long as the testing goes fine,
Mm-hmm.
which is currently ongoing, then that will be the case. But obviously, I never like to promise anything in case you never know what could happen. So yeah, expect it on Thursday. But if you don't see it on Thursday, we will be giving an update as to when we expect it to come anyway. So yeah, it has a bunch more campaign AI improvements.
Yeah.
But I'll mention it here to temper expectations in regards to the Changeling and Beastmen. It doesn't touch on Beastmen and the Changeling in this one. That work is still being done. But there's a massive bunch of other stuff in it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff that we've seen is so. I think for me, the main thing I'm excited to try out with is stuff like the idle AI, seeing how the testing for that goes and how that plays with stopping them clumping up. There was a question, Steve, of are
Yeah.
we still provisionally on track for the Aislinn blog on Thursday? I don't think we ever mentioned an Aislinn blog on Thursday.
Aislinn blog was not. So Aislinn blog was not planned for Thursday. I did see. I think someone had put this in a Reddit post that
Oh, right.
we'd said that. I think what happened was we said in a stream we think there's something happening on the 6th, or it might be a blog, and then I
Oh,
think
they extrapolate that to
I
the.
poo-pooed that and said no, that's not happening on Thursday. Um,
I think I've got to fight this.
we, I don't know. Hang on a second. I'm gonna do some work while I'm on this stream
Oh,
because obviously the streaming's not work.
yeah. This is just me and you goofing. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
hotfix is on Thursday. Is what we're aiming for. And all being well, on Thursday we will also look to let you guys know when you can expect to see the first bits for.
Yep.
That's what I understand.
And hopefully we'll be. I've started being able to play bits this week as well to try and start looking at getting a possible save to show you guys some of the stuff's going on.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast, so I'm really excited to start being able to play some of this on stream and losing battles that look like they maybe could have been winnable. But it is yeah, I had a lot of fun. Steve, I've had to play this because there's another army of 8 behind.
It's fine. Do it.
I don't have a battering ram or really anything, but I do have flyers.
To be honest, Josh, you're pro at sieges, so
I'm not.
just
Steve,
smash it. Just smash it.
I like defending. I love defending a siege. Attacking them, it's a lot. You know, there's
Oh,
just
King Tut in chat. I'm really sorry if I disappoint you now, but what I said was that there's nothing coming to the Changeling in the next hotfix. That's always going to be so disappointing. Him like, oh, I just heard someone talk about the Changeling. What are we doing? It's like, no, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there are.
No,
Yeah,
we're still working on stuff for the Changeling. It's still on the radar. But I was just saying that the hotfix that's due this week is will not touch on the Changeling and Beastmen, but we're still aware of work that needs to be done on them.
but hopefully the idle AI stuff will help a lot of factions out across the board, and there are specific there are specific factions being targeted in this, right? I think we outlined that in a preview blog a
Yes.
couple of weeks ago. So
yeah.
got
And the
value
release
in
note,
those
when the
thoughts.
release notes come out for the hotfix, it will have all the details in there. I've seen them this morning.
Yeah, they've been working.
And there's a lot of detail. So the devs have gone into a lot of detail on what they've done. So hopefully it'll give you guys a lot of nice little material to catch up with. Vaughn has said in chat, Josh said on the last Warhammer 3 stream that Aisling was scheduled to be first, and the delay blog said that marketing would begin from the 6th. Has that changed? So, Vaughn, it's not changed. Aisling will be the first blog, but the first blog is not coming out on the first day.
So everything is technically correct. It's just the
the items have been mixed up. So yes. Bear with me.
They have opened this door, so maybe I don't need to be climbing up.
So I'm gonna take this upon myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my employment at risk and say that you should probably expect the first blog next week. Okay.
Can I say that they can expect the first stream next week, or is that too much?
I think you've already said that.
I haven't. Hold on. Was I not muted?
Yeah. No. So yeah, the first blog will be next week. Is when it's currently scheduled in for. Okay.
Steve.
So hey guys, get off my back.
Can I divine challenge a guy who's behind a wall?
I have not seen a divine challenge. So
I can. Does that mean he has to come out and fight me? Can I force him to open the gates? Oh no! Don't go up the. No, I've made a huge mistake. He's going up the ladder. I really thought I'd managed to trick something there, and it has. It has paid off spectacularly wrong. Did I break through these gates yet?
No.
Yeah, there's a massive army on the other side of this island that's heading towards me, so I effectively have to take this turn and then run, and like even taking it this turn, I'm probably going to die against that army. But I think I've got better odds like this. It's only 14 seconds left on the duel.
So what if this is the end of your whole campaign, Josh? Did you quick save?
Everyone knows I play effectively Iron Man, and by that I mean I didn't save. Let's see what happens. How much damage have they done? You'd think giants would be pretty good at being able to break down a wall. Oh, 45%. This whole siege is going to be over by the time they've broken down that wall. I knew I should have waited. I couldn't wait for a battering ram. That's the entire reason we're in this mess. Okay, but we are going to capture the gates, and then I guess really very little, but it might stop me being shot. Am I going to be? Yeah, I'm going to be shot everywhere, aren't I?
I was just thinking, you know how when we talk about things in these streams, they usually end up in like a list on Reddit.
Yeah.
Is there any like really nice things we could say about each other that can hopefully make it into those posts?
Steve, I don't think those bits can make it into the post.
Do they not?
Those are very useful though. I go for a lookout just to make sure that
if you're listening, guys, if you're listening, people who share this stuff on Reddit, if you're listening, do your boy a favor.
No.
Do your boys a favor. Say how good we are.
Steve, if they say that, then
they'll be like, oh no, we know someone's leaking stuff.
They'll know where it's come from.
Yeah.
Is Memnon gonna die? Oh, guys, I
hope not.
I think this is. I don't know if this is maybe the wrong way to have done this. Oh, I forgot my blooming sirens. I guess actually a lot of their stuff is on the walls. So in theory, as long as I do take these walls, I'm okay.
Is it 90% of this battle is happening on the walls? By the
like it's even their slingers are up here. Like they've really decided that this is where it's ride or die.
It's an absolute mosh pit up there.
Let's get at least these spearmen down to take the gate, please. But yeah, like I'm losing I really like these archers. I would like to not lose them. I'm losing so many people to this tower. If my giants, do you know what? I'll tell you what, they've done a good distraction job. At the very least, they've distracted.
The balance of power is still slightly in your favor.
You sounded just like an in-game advisor then.
The balance of power is currently in your favor.
Oh, wow. It's like I'm in the room. I mean, I am. Hold on, I am in the room.
Your strategy seems to be working.
Let's flank them and take the tower, please. Hey. Yeah, I think we won this, but I think there's a high cost.
At what cost?
Yeah.
That's Josh is that's going on your gravestone one day, Josh.
I mean, that could be genuinely could be the stream's motto, you know.
Lived for these years, but at what cost?
Every battle that I play is at what cost.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going okay. Is that on a can't target on a wall? That's why I couldn't target them, and they're routing, so I guess I can't do it there. Oh, no, I'm a fool. I targeted.
The enemy forces are routing.
They are. We've taken the city at least here, and the giants are in, and they are just. They're not doing awful. So
Did you get the gate? You got the gate open, right?
yeah, I mean they have had
Yeah.
to charge into spears, so they've done well there. Like the enemy. Where are my sirens? But I feel like the giants win that easily. Yeah, they'll take some losses, but giants can't be that hard to find. They're massive. I don't like Memnon's odds here on his own. So let's try and get some people there.
Do they just in Troy? Can you? They're just single units, aren't they?
What their heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it depends a little bit on what mode you're playing. So I maybe in historical mode. I've only really, to confess, only really played Truth Behind the Myth and mythological mode.
And Mythos. We've never done the fully historical one.
No, I think by that time I was more just playing like the fuller history version of Pharaoh.
Right. Yeah. No. Fair enough.
This is.
Oh, Dragonimus is raiding with a party of 40. Thank you, Dragonimus. Welcome, raiders.
Oof, that's.
And Arngrim has asked if we're getting the Aisling blog on the 6th. I literally just spoke about this.
This is the thing with streams, isn't it? Maybe
people join in and say, "Hey, answer my question." Why are you not answering my question?
But maybe we should. Everything that we say should be dictated and written on the screen.
We should have. Yeah, there should be like notes on the side, and everything. All the main points that we say are bullet pointed. And then when someone asks a question, we just make it flash.
You say this is a joke. I feel like people would love that. I feel like if people could tune in and quickly get the okay, that's everything.
Okay, I've got the news I want. See you later. Bye. Yeah. No. The Aisling blog will be the first blog. The Aisling one will be next week.
Yeah.
Okay. I know on the 6th we have. We're aiming to have the next hotfix, which is 6.3.4, coming out on Thursday. And yeah, it's basically it. So there you go.
I think this is over. I don't really know who's left, who's keeping this going. I would like them to stop very soon because every loss is very painful. Where are
Kazimajin? Have I pronounced that right? Kazimajin, the based god, has said, we haven't stated if Achilles is coming to Warhammer or not.
And you know what? You can use your imagination.
Yeah.
Hey, oh come on. That's morale 1. His morale is 1, Steve.
That means he's got some.
Oh, hold on. The sirens. Where the hell did they just go? They're over there. Oh, I pinged them into the wrong place. There we go. All right, let's just end before any more losses are taken. Do you want another fun Greek story that I had from my trip?
Yes.
So I had a historical tour guide in Rhodes and I had a historical tour guide in Athens because I was only in Athens for a day. So I just wanted to see the Acropolis and all of that. So when I was in Rhodes, again, this is going to be 3/4 of a story. The guy, fantastic guide. He was talking to us about how Rhodes has had a hell of a history. Like it has gone through a lot. But he was talking about how they used to be like the vault of the Peloponnesian League. So they would store a lot of the money there. They were seen as like a good holding place for that. And they had held off a lot. In fact, this is jumping forward, but really interesting. He was chatting to me about Greece's involvement in World War II and how them holding off Italy and Mussolini for so long was really key in delaying the German advance into Russia. So and that Churchill himself kind of put it as like Greece were an like a massively important part, integral part. That's the word I was looking for of winning the war there. But yes, the Rhodes very good at defending. They had the vault. They got the vault there, and the tour guide was so proud of this like vault. He's like, we had all of the money there. Everyone trusted us. He's like, but these snaky Athenians tricked us, and they were like, oh, we'll take the money now because we're the ones leading the league. So they took the money, and the trick was that these snaky Athenians then went and used that money to build the Parthenon, like a vanity project. And he was just very funny and very, very angry about it. And then when we went to Athens, the guy who was taking us around the Parthenon was like, so let me tell you about how we got this Parthenon made, because Athenians are super clever. We told the people of Rhodes that we would hold the money for them, and then we spent it all on the Parthenon. And he was so proud of having done that. And all I could picture was the guy I spoke to in Rhodes furious about those turns of events. Steve, we did not start a monster hunt. Did you want? Do you want Cerberus? Is that what you want, Steve?
Let's put it to chat. You have you have 30 seconds.
Whatever
to say what whoever says something first gets it.
It's going to be
because I'm not going to work this out in any other way.
The first one that I see, we will do.
Yeah. Is it going to be YouTube or Twitch? Oh, Hydra. There we go.
Okay. I was about to say, I've played Mythos a few times. Every single time, I've gone for the Hydra. So this is familiar territory. We're going to have to do call for recruits, I think. Because, yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do here. So I don't know if you've done like this kind of bit, but it's like you're launching little expeditions to find stuff out, and then you're having to go do quests around the world. It's quite fun. And then you get the thing at the end of it. You do a massive battle, and you get the thing, and it's all very fun.
I've not tried Mythos.
Steve, I think I'm going to get rid of this army. I only got him for a quest. I'm a single army man.
Why? Where do they go?
Steve,
do they just walk away?
Yeah,
in the middle of
I've sunk the ships.
Yeah.
I'll tell you immediately what the problem is. These guys could kill me, and then that's the end of the campaign. This wasn't the smartest idea. Let's get some reinforcements in. Who can I afford? Ooh.
See, this is the thing that Josh does, is he says it's not the smartest idea, but then he turns it around and he's like, oh, look what I did. I made it work. In reality, he knows exactly what he's doing.
I thought you were about to say, look what I did. I made it worse.
No, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's a born entertainer.
Exactly. And if I do die, it's part of the plan to entertain.
These people want to see me fail. They want that feeling that I'm going to fail and not be able to do something, and then I'm going to turn it around, and then they'll be shocked, and then I'll gain their respect.
That's a wisdom.
That's it. It's basically it, isn't it?
No one attacked me, so it was fine.
So just an insight into Josh's brain.
It is. All right, so
process.
We've got the expedition going on, and you can see you've got all of the steps here for it. And I believe you can start the quest battle pretty early, but it's about how much you invest beforehand in getting advantages for yourself. I'm going to want quite a few advantages. Do we think this place will die easily? I'm not gonna lie, the auto resolve really does not like a lot of these troops being all line of lightweight class. So I have had to fight quite a lot of battles for this. I'm gonna raid them.
Ruin is saying you should heal up.
Yeah, I'm gonna raid them and heal up because that army hasn't disappeared. This is Crete. I did get to visit Crete, but the side of Crete I visited was this side. So we have not yet destroyed where I got to visit.
Just in response to Igor in the chat there, we do not currently have plans to do an update to Troy.
No, this is we're streaming these things as part of our 25th celebration and going back and revisiting a lot of our titles. We will have some Warhammer ones at some point towards the end because obviously we're doing it kind of in chronological order. But the Warhammer ones, I'm hoping we will get to show off because it took a while for people to get it for me. And that is a Warhammer 1 launch build and a Warhammer 2 launch build if we end up going for both. Steve, do you want to choose the outcome of this? Because as I say, I've done this one quite a lot. So Ancient Argive Kings have prided themselves. So the choice you're going to have here, right, is it's how you're going to prepare for the travel here. You're going to be hunting for the Hydra's head. So are you going to look for hardy companions? Are you going to look for followers among the locals? A wandering centaur tribe? Or followers, help of the followers Eolas? Eolas.
Yoleos.
So I'm
Yoleos.
going to guess giants, centaurs, argives, and I don't know, just more of my kind of people.
More people. My kind of people. Accept the help of the followers of Yoleos.
Good choice. So we got bowmen, which is good
Oh,
because
okay. That's good. That's
as I said,
useful.
we have very little. And we
Ruin, you
got
are correct. I did recognize the name Iolaos there. He is in Pharaoh. He's one of the sea peoples, isn't he? Isn't he?
yeah.
Come on, Josh.
Steve, I played as Achilles in Pharaoh, and I feel like I made my stance on my Egyptian versus Greek knowledge very clear during that stream.
I'm pretty sure Iolaos was one of the sea people's factions.
Do I attack yet? He's just recruiting is the thing. Do you know what? Actually, Steve, the mad thing is I don't need any of this. I really don't need to destroy this place. Oh, this is the wrong tab. So you can do this thing for spoils. Really, what I need to be doing is upgrading. So let me work out what I need to upgrade, and then we'll work out from there where I should be destroying. I do like to get the casualty replenishment rate up, just because I do like to take casualties. But I was considering getting a Stone of Artemis, which I understand sounds stupid when I talk about how few range units I have. But I like the range units I do have. Do you have a favorite Greek god, Steve? We could do it based on that instead of anything useful.
Let me see what you've got there.
If it's Hera, that would be really convenient. So if Hera happens to be your favorite Greek god, I'd really appreciate that.
This is probably well. I mean, you could choose that if that's the one you want.
Oh, your favorite Hera. That's I just picked Hera.
I was going to say you're the one who will have the more knowledge about the gods.
Yeah,
because it's my brain works in that way where when someone says to me, "What's your favorite of something?" We've had this before. What's your favorite of something? My brain goes blank, and I'm like, "But what? What's the topic? Sorry, what? Greek gods? What's Greek?"
I see a few questions as well. So we had Josh. Can you see the thread in the CA forum? I right now can't, Steve. If there's a thread in the CA forum, we should be aware of.
No, I don't think you can right now, can you?
The others are what happened to the Rome 2 Eras Clash replays. Really wanted to see Lionheart's battle. I believe we are restarting the Eras Clash streams. I think next Friday is when I want to start them off. A lot of the battles have been played, so it's just going to be able for us to blitz through hopefully every Friday with a new casting. The thing we're considering at the moment is that we need to decide what game is the final game, and we were going to do it so that the community vote came, but obviously we had the break halfway through, so we might stick out a poll tomorrow somewhere. I'm looking at Steve because I spoke to him about this 10 minutes before the stream went live. We might stick out a poll somewhere.
To be honest, mate, I'm not listening to you. I'm doing something else.
I can see it in your eyes and the typing of your keyboard.
I've got Vaughan in chat saying that Discord chat is trying to sacrifice him for being my spokesperson on the Tide stuff. So I've now gone into Discord and I'm like, guys, you're distracting me from my stream. What are you doing?
You have to prevent the sacrifice. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this is the real life of a community manager. This is the sort of things we have to.
The behind the scenes.
Yeah,
it is difficult to ever really focus on a single task when you're doing community stuff.
And Ruin's in there as well, and Ruin is trying to take the credit.
Do you know what, Steve? Let's get the Discord server up. Let's go in live.
Yes, yeah. Discordception.
Exactly. Yes.
Distractception. Mr. Warren just said.
But yes, we were thinking about maybe putting a poll out, maybe just on Discord, where people could vote on where the finals of the Eras Clash would be. So it'd be like all of the ones that we've already done as options, but also some maybe like Thrones as an additional and Empire as an additional. But we'd let people vote. Am I still raiding? I should be. Kind of waiting for the results of this Hydra hunt. And also don't want to die. Okay. So we've got a bit more than we started off with, which is nice. Where are the people who we recruited? Ah, up at the top. Okay. Yeah, we should remember this for when we get another situation. That was really good. Like we got some ranged where we didn't really have any, and I think ranged is usually pretty good against the Hydra, but we should remember this. Were there any other plans for more Troy DLC like Crete? I don't think so. I think Troy's DLCs were mapped out and followed pretty well. Do you know what? I thought of this before I went on the stream, Steve. It's pretty funny that all of our history hangouts so far have been on the 2 Saga games. Oh, he's gone.
Sorry,
No,
I'm doing admin.
But yeah, this was all part of the plan for Troy. Including I think including the Mythos pack, unless that was conceived later towards the end. I know definitely that pack got bigger and bigger as we wanted more stuff in it. Right, what am I going to do here? I could join the Hydra cult. What's the worst that could go wrong? I got a Hydra egg, and I've devoted myself to the Hydra cult.
So you hang on a minute.
This is what happens when you're not here to make decisions, Steve.
You're hunting the Hydra, but you're dedicating yourself to the cult of Hydra.
Yeah, because what better way to find something than to
you get on the inside like a spy.
Right. I'm gonna.
I'm just doing insane level community management right now.
Insane level. We also do want to get more of these guys. But I need the royal decrees. How are we doing on those? Not great. Okay. I should attack this place before this guy continues to muster. It's got a massive... Do you know what? Maybe I don't need to fight Crete. Because I think my epic mission is to raise... Honestly, Steve, that was embarrassing. My epic mission is to raise here. It's to raise Knossos, which I think over here, right? So the thing I just said, I don't need to do this, I'm going to leave, is actually the exact thing I need to do.
Good.
That's a lot of losses. But I think the other ones will come quickly. Yeah. Well.
Why not?
Yeah. It's just, you're cool for more. Cool for more helpers.
For those who didn't see Toadle's dev roll call, Pyrrhic victories were renamed to Cadmean victories in Troy because what's his name? Is it Pyrrhus or something like that? Or Pyrrhus, like the guy that Pyrrhic victories are named after had not been born yet, so it wouldn't make sense to call it a Pyrrhic victory.
Because obviously he invaded Rome, and there's no Rome.
No. So there you go.
He couldn't exist because he had nothing to invade.
Yeah.
And in fact, Steve, did you know one of the Romans told a lot of origin myths about themselves? Did you know one of the myths they told themselves was that they came from Troy, that they were like the surviving, fleeing Trojans. So we are, in theory, making Rome.
Well, make like what they say, make Rome while the sun shines.
Who do you think says that?
Hay wasn't built in a day.
I don't think this man's threatened me, but this feels like a threat.
Are you talking about me or in the game?
Both. He's just asked for pretty much all my stone, and I just said no. Okay. Felt ominous. What do I get if I take here? 450 favor with Poseidon. Yeah, why not? We do have to sail a lot. Ooh, all right, this is one where we're gonna have to siege them out. But I think this is our epic quest to do this. Also, usually, Steve, they tell you see that little icon tells you what you get for doing it, which is nice. Memnon has this war spoils UI where you can effectively, it's like, oh, I need more stone. you go to War Spoils and go stone, what's going to get it? And it'll tell you this settlement, raising this will get you loads of stone. So it gives you like little micro missions. I really like the Memnon campaign. I actually did try playing some Amazon campaign because it's quite similar in Horde, but I I thought it's just more fun to play an Egyptian in Greece after playing a Greek in Egypt.
Nice.
Again, someone has just demanded things of me and offered absolutely nothing in return.
Who do they think they are?
Can I? Oh, I can get away with Cadmian victorying that. I want to get to the Hydra, and we only have an hour and 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna have to start taking some difficult water resolves. Here we go. All right, we're at the edge of some marshland. We found a massive husk, the shell of a crab, a very big crab, and somewhere there's the Hydra within this marsh, right? So we can follow the voice of the Hydra, scout out the marshes, or spread out and persevere through the bogs.
What does the voice of the Hydra sound
voice
like?
faintly cackles. I wonder if this is because we've joined the cult. Perhaps.
Does it say faintly cackles? Oh, crackles through.
Yes. Its followers will know the
Well,
way.
if we said it cackles, or was that what the Hydra just laughing?
And Steve, we are one of the followers.
Yeah.
I think.
So we would know the way.
There you go. We've further devoted ourselves.
Follow me.
We've waded through. We're on dry land. Our followers can barely catch up because we know the way. At last,
except I guess he'd probably be talking Greek, wouldn't he?
He would.
Yeah.
But it's all Greek to me.
I see what you did there.
Oh, we've just got passive regeneration. Are we going to become a little Hydra? Ooh.
Just in response to people talking about bug reports and things like that in the chat, we have a lot of Total War games. There are lots of things we'd love to be able to do to them. But at the moment, there are no plans to do updates to these games like Troy. We do listen to bug reports for our games and things like that. And if things ever change in the future, I'm sure we would love to be able to go back and address some things, but it's not something that is currently being worked on or something that we have the ability to do right now. So don't think that you're being ignored if you're raising bugs about our older titles. Putting them on the forum is the right thing to do because they are in a place where we can access them in the future. But at this point right now, where there are no plans to bring any updates to Troy.
Yeah, but I mean, there's as we saw with Three Kingdoms hotfix last week as well, right? Like
yeah, we did a fix. There was a boot issue that was causing the game to take a long time to load up. And with a high volume of reports on that, and we managed to get that fixed, which is nice. So never say never, but there are currently no plans to do an additional update to Troy. And further to that, specific bugs we're not in a position to talk about here on this stream because we're not developers. We're not, we're I mean, some may argue that, it's a big argument there. It's like,
and welcome to the next hour of our stream.
Here we go. So are people in
Steve
in this part of the company, do they still get, they're not developing the game, but they're still part of game dev, right? Josh, what's your view on this? What's your take on this topic?
I think the water is incredibly murky. Because we play test stuff, we give opinions, we give feedback. I've never put anything into it, apart from Total War Elysium, where I got to do the text. I've never put anything to a database, though. I like to think that I contribute, but I know that 99.9% of that work I will never see and never have to worry about. So I'm just thankful that the developers let me play things and let me speak about it. And thankful that they then are able to go and take that feedback, QA feedback, all of that, and do incredible things with it. Playing the Tides build that I was trying out this week, I just had an absolute blast with it. And I did nothing. I did none of it, but I did, get to play it along the way and see how it's evolved, and it's really fun to where it's got to. I was trying to read text at the same time. Should we be aiding Troy or should we be cutting our alliance? What would you do, Steve? Say one or two. Don't read. Say one or two.
No. Two.
Oh, wrong choice.
No, not do it.
Oh, wrong choice. Look what you've done.
Josh, you have the power to make your own decisions, all right? I don't have to do everything for you.
What you've done. Uh,
I've never called myself a dev.
I'd say I work on, or I work with the
I
developers, or I
work on
work
the
on
game.
yeah,
Like
I
I
work on
work on the
Total War.
game, and I can give feedback on things of the game that happen in the game. And if I see something that I think needs changing, I'll do it. But I don't do the work on the game, so I don't
So
call myself a dev.
I agree
But
to you.
we're all, yeah.
I was gonna say I agree, but I also wouldn't besmirch someone who did call themselves that, because
Yeah,
I can
no.
see the
I
argument
think,
either way.
yeah, and I don't. I think the important thing with that whole discussion about are people who working marketing or working community or influencers, etc. Are they are they are they devs basically? Are they part of game dev? And I think yeah, in general, the bigger picture of it, it's all part of the same thing. Games don't get where they need to be without people out there talking to people, and stuff like that. So, do
I
art people count as devs? Yes. It's where,
I
yeah, like you say, Josh. It's really murky, isn't it?
It is, but
Like,
you know, I think at the end of the day, it's everyone's contributing.
yeah.
Everyone's doing everything that they can to make the game as good as possible.
At the end of the day, I just want people to be playing a cool game and be happy. I just want people to be happy. Is that so much to ask?
God, Steve, that's why I call you every day and I say it's make me laugh. I call you at 9 o'clock every day. I say make me laugh, Steve, and then
And I say,
you tell me the same joke every day.
yeah, yeah. Why,
Oh, don't,
why,
Steve, don't try. It's not gonna work.
why did the sand blush?
Because the seaweed.
Yeah. Of
See,
course, you know the punchline. I tell you it every day.
yeah, true. I was gonna say, Steve, the problem is you're talking to someone who grew up reading joke books for fun.
Yeah.
So it's
Why did
unfortunately
the
some of the
orange?
only things I can remember.
Why did the orange stop?
Hold on, don't tell me yet. I'm gonna run through other fruits: tangerine, clementine, satsuma.
Just thinking about it too much.
Oh, because it wasn't red. It's gonna be a traffic light joke.
No,
It could be a traffic light joke though.
it could be, but it's not. You could make one for future streams.
What was it? Why did the orange stop?
Why did the orange stop?
Oh, this is gonna annoy me if it's really obvious.
It's not a riddle. It's a joke. So don't don't think about it too much.
If I have 3 oranges and I'm trying to juggle them,
because the diameter was 2 times the radius, but then the arc of the circumference was
No, tell me.
because it ran out of juice.
I hate that. That is not orange specific.
It could be.
I think I accidentally just hatched a Hydra egg. I was so furious about the orange joke. Okay, I'm just kind of sailing over here because that's the epic quest. But how's it going over here? We bought the egg and I've got a snake, so that's cool. How are things going here? Oof, I need
Mr.
more.
Lentelka has asked why you have a picture of Machu Picchu behind you.
This is from
Troy.
Troy. I took this from one of the
I
battlefields.
took this with my camera.
Do you know what? I can tell you the exact name of the custom battle map. Titan's Carcass, I think, was where I took this from.
Well, there you go.
So you can go have a look for it yourself. It's right at the edge of the map. Let's see if we can raid this little place here. I really have to. I've become too comfortable, Steve, because I really have leant back so far in my chair that I can't see chat without making it really obvious that I'm leaning forward at this point. So do shout if I'm missing anything. I think we should probably be calling in. Oh, it just needs so much wood to get these guys, but they are really good. Where is nearby? It has a lot of wood. Oh, I've just left it, haven't I? I'm not going back. Never go back.
What historical stuff shall I look up?
Um,
I should probably actually give the general purpose to how these streams work. Actually, I haven't. We didn't go into much detail, but the last time we did this, which was the first time we did this, when we saw things in game that we thought were interesting,
Yeah.
I looked them up
You did.
on the old
I'll tell you what.
web searchies.
I've got a good one for you, Steve.
Yeah.
Look up where the myth of the Hydra came from. And then decide if we should be embracing the coming of the Hydra or getting rid of the Hydra's blessing.
Okay. The Lernaean Hydra.
We're embracing the Hydra. I love the Hydra.
More often known simply as the Hydra, is a serpentine lake monster in Greek mythology and Roman mythology. Its lair was the Lake of Lerna in the Argolid. It feels like we're playing like Dark Souls or something. Which was also the site of the myth of the Danaides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lerna was reputed to be an entrance to the underworld, and archaeology has established it as a sacred site, older than Mycenaean Argos.
Oh.
In the canonical Hydra myth, the monster is killed by Heracles as the second of his 12 labors. Except today, it's going to be killed by Memnon.
Yeah, we do not have many
changing
Spearmasters
Greek and Roman mythology.
And what is Roman mythology if not Greek mythology, but in a slightly different color?
The oldest narrative about the Hydra is in Hesiod's Theogony. Pronunciation?
No, you're doing fantastic.
Well, the oldest images of the Hydra are found on a pair of bronze fibulae dating to around 700 BC.
Mm-hmm.
And in both of these sources, the main motifs of the Hydra are already present, which is a multi-headed serpent that is slain by Heracles and Iolaus, funnily enough. And while these fibulae portray a six-headed Hydra, its number of heads was first fixed in writing by Alcaeus, who gave it 9 heads. And Simonides.
I can hear the struggle, but you're doing fantastic.
I'm trying. Wrote a century later, increased the number of heads to 50, because why not? While Euripides, Virgil, and others didn't give an exact figure of the number of heads that the Hydra had.
Well, there we go.
And then Heraclitus, the paradoxographer. I want to be a paradoxographer. That sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Rationalized the myth by suggesting that the Hydra would have been a single-headed snake accompanied by its offspring. So maybe one day someone saw a snake with a bunch of other snakes behind it going, yeah, that's right.
But also was quite small.
Oh, my God.
Do you know, I feel like...
Oh, my God. Maybe he was lying on the floor.
Yeah.
And he turned to the head and was like, oh, my God, there's a giant bunch of snake. It's just a multi-headed snake next to me.
I always feel like
I'm not trying to discount mythology from, not saying that someone made it up or anything.
No, but I do feel like a lot of the time those kinds of myths are justification for when things have gone wrong. Before I elaborate on that, I did see there was some discussion in the chat of, firstly, who's your favorite Greek hero? I really like Miltiades. But there was a question of why isn't CA really that active on the official forums? I hear Steve talk about Reddit. What about the official forums? I'd say that's something that I know I did try and put some more time aside to go on there and look, and I do read more, but interacting there takes substantially more time, making sure I'm saying the right thing and I'm saying it in the right place. So I've been looking there more than and obviously I think I spoke about it on one of the previous streams, but I joined the community team, not straight into the community team, but through other avenues. So I kind of just left the forums to you guys, and you do a fantastic job of reading it.
Yes.
I'd like to start reading some as well.
So the interesting thing about forums and community management and things like that is that every single company does community management and things like that differently. Like every company I've worked for, like in the past I've worked for PlayStation, and I'm not in a community manager role, but in a role that involved being primarily on the forums, and that was my job, was to be on the forums. but it wasn't a community manager role.
Yeah.
Although it was, it was working in the kind of support side. And then I've worked where I was very, very active in almost active in development of small indie games and things like that. So, a lot of it was actually helping new development teams create stuff, and work out how to promote their game through community and stuff like that. The honest fact of it is that we would love to be able to spend more time in the channels that we have. Reddit is not something we're actually generally very active on. The reason being that Reddit is a community which we see as being owned by the community. We don't moderate the Reddit. We don't. Obviously, if we see things in there that are hurtful or something like that, we have communication with the mods of Reddit if we need to. But we try and stay out of there because we like it to be a place where the community have that freedom. And we've only recently started posting in there because we feel that a lot of the information that we're given is pertinent to, it's important to the people that are there, and worth sharing. But the thing with the forums is that one thing that does happen a lot on the forums, which you don't see, is that our other teams, like our live QA teams and our player experience teams, they are very active on the forums, and they read through things like the bug reports, and they keep an eye on the general things that are coming through for our active titles. And when I say active titles, I mean things like Warhammer 3. um, and they use that to pass that information on to the relevant teams within Creative Assembly. So I don't have, because what I do is I'm communicating with people through Discord. I'm doing streams alongside Josh now and again. I'm supporting Josh on moderating on those streams and things like that. I'm also, Pingu and we're also handling our social media posts, our planning for future campaigns, for like sorting out what we're going to be sharing with you for Tides of Torment, for example, is a lot of what we do. And there just isn't time for us to have real dedicated one-to-one communication. Not one-to-one, but you know what I mean,
I get
like,
you. I think
yeah.
it's a fair comment that it can feel a bit like shouting into the void. I think the challenge. So we started doing, and we will continue to do when we do a rally point, which should be, I think we'll do a series of 3 rally points for the factions, um, where we can take comments more directly from those sources. I think the issue I had is a lot of it is there are things I can't really respond to, like speculation we can't really talk about. Um, Bug reports, as Steve said, we will make sure that those are pointing to the right people and that they can give the educated response when possible. I I think I would love to. The streams are an easy place for me to be able to kind of talk more openly, because I can see the question, and I only have the knowledge I have. Right, there's not an expectation that the answer that I give is the perfect culmination of the company's stance. It's the information that I have and that I can give. Um, and I think sometimes that's the tricky part of giving those more formal answers is you want to make sure that you're completely accurate, because it feels very final when it's committed to writing. But you're right, it can feel like shouting into a void. So I'll see what we can do to interact there and to make that feel less, even if it's just acknowledging things that I can't talk about. But I just wanted to give that insight on why it can be more difficult, because a lot of the things that it makes sense to respond to aren't, I'm not the right person to respond to it.
Mm,
And a lot of the
yeah,
things that I want to respond to are speculative, or things we can't talk about.
yeah. And like, Dead Like Me, what you're saying there about, when it looks like we're more active on Reddit than on the forums, like, I'm not kidding. We've only very, very recently had any activity on Reddit. We used to, like, in the past. I think when I first joined, we're talking like nearly
Mm.
3 years ago now. It's only very, very recently that we did, when we were addressing things like the campaign AI issues that we've been working on. And we were sharing it there to make sure it got the most visibility, and we were able to share that information accurately with as many people as we could. But that is not. I don't want you to think that that's.
It's not coming at the cost of something.
No. Like, we're not doing that as something that we prioritize as being a channel that we
Well,
prioritize. Just
it's
like I
like when we
say,
do
I want to
the
keep Reddit as a place
yeah
that's like, the community owns that, rather than it being something that
yeah.
we own. The forum is the best place to raise things and issues with the game and bugs and things like that, because it is a place that we have access to. So we, yeah, like Igor, you mentioned talking about a final patch for Troy for quite a long time. The reason that hasn't happened is because at the moment there is not a team that is working on Troy. There's not a team that is working on legacy titles.
But that discussion is, but it's not the, yeah, it's not the lack
It's
of
a bigger,
discussion. It's not that
yeah.
we don't see and
It's a
share those
much,
things.
yeah. Those things don't therefore be something that just gets archived into the void. Um, we would love, like, I mean, there are a lot of people in the company that would love to be able to do more updates for the future games, and I know they are pushing for that to be something that we'd look at doing in the future. So don't think that it's the end of that conversation.
So, but yeah,
But
I think
yeah,
the conclusion of that is, I get that it can feel like shouting to avoid. I guess we'll see what we can do to make it feel less like that, but just with the understanding of, if we come back on a stream and there really wasn't much we could talk about with authority, or things that made sense to talk about. I'd rather explain why we couldn't have that discussion than try and force talking about things that just don't make sense, conversations that don't make sense for us to wade into. Um, but yeah, I feel like there was an original question that we completely tangented off away from. And unfortunately, my little chat thing, Steve, does not scroll up. So
yeah, I know. I did
if
notice that.
it's if it's gone, it's gone. But yeah. Hopefully that. Also, I again have not massively paid attention because I was trying to respond there. I thought this was going okay. The balance of power is awful. But I think that a Hydra is going to appear and help me, and I think that's why the balance of power is awful. I hope. Um, all right, let's see what we can do here. Uh, all right. You have to defeat the Hydra. It's in the top right. Oh, but I was part of his cult. Do you think Memnon can 1v1 a Hydra?
So,
Anyone? Do we think Memnon can 1v1 a Hydra? Do we think
oh,
that's likely?
easy.
Is
I mean,
it?
anything's possible. Nerd Rage Fred, who's that? Has come into chat and has asked when we're adding Lubu to Troy.
No Fresh Bread, we have contracted you a lot of money to do that work, and I have not seen any results yet. So maybe look.
Frankly, I'm never working with them again. Not after this.
I mean, a gajillion is a lot. Uh, ooh, this is. I feel like this is going better than it thinks. Steve, I feel like I'm doing better than it tells me we are. I'll tell you what, who would have actually been really useful here is the Sirens.
I agree with Banana Bean. Fred, what are you doing outside of your own stream?
Yeah, like, surely this is not going this badly. Surely. I can kill the Hydra. Has anyone in the chat said that they know for sure Memnon can kill the Hydra? Because otherwise I really am sending him in to die here. Oh, I should have sent the Hydra. Oh, the Hydra Priest can go. This is going. It's going fine. Can I divine challenge the Hydra? No, that would be insane. But I can inspire myself. Here we go. How is he doing? I don't know, Steve. It's not got much armor, as in it's got none. But do you know what? I think I'm healing. I think I am still regenerating because I got that skill. So I think I'm doing 700 damage a hit and it's doing 300. But it does have 11,000 more health than me. I think he's got this. I think this is... Can I heal myself as well? I can heal. Yeah, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. That
You're
Hydra's
fine.
dead. I have just turned
The balance
around.
of power.
Yeah, the rest of my army. The rest
Is
of my army's dead.
100% in your favor right now, so you're fine.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. All I have to do is defeat the Hydra, so I just need Memnon to not break. Memnon's just broken.
Run away!
Look, here's the thing. I've learned where the Hydra comes in now, so I'm gonna replay this battle and put all of my men where the Hydra's gonna spawn, and we're gonna do that a little bit better. Oh. If the next 45 minutes of this stream are me taking an army of only light infantry to defeat this Hydra, that's what this stream's gonna have to be, Steve, and I need you to be okay with that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just do what you need to do.
Well, we're gonna immediately back away, I think, knowing where the Hydra's gonna pop up. Oh, I have to defeat the drinkers first. That's right. Okay, I think I've actually just right now understood how this battle's meant to work. I think these guys are meant to fight these guys, and I think my little B team are meant to go and fight the Hydra.
Is the Hydra now just chilling out?
He doesn't spawn until you defeat these guys. So I'm pretty sure that's the way this battle's meant to have worked. And I just didn't see the Hydra, so I sent everyone away. So it happened. And these guys over here. If I can defeat the Drinkers of Venom pretty quick.
Yeah, imagine being that B team. Like, guys,
yeah,
we're just gonna fight these people that are the same size as us. Can you just go and keep that big multi-headed giant serpent monster busy for a little bit? Thanks.
Let's see where that goes. I actually think I've killed them much faster than last time, which bodes well. I'm also going to throw my little poison vial. Right. Okay. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's becoming a real streamer. So proud. Thank you. I've even got little follower alerts now. Maybe I'll have a funny little voice on them soon as well. The noise I make when I lose a battle, perhaps. I think the Hydra spawning is the good news. The bad news is the Hydra has spawned. And so have all of his friends. But these guys can take a Hydra.
Totally.
This is fine. I think this is actually a pretty cheeky way to have played this. And I'm not sure if this does work that we should feel good about ourselves. Because this is not how this is meant to have gone down. But the problem is they're running, but they're not broken, so I don't really want to leave them. I don't want to leave him though. Let's get the giants involved. Yeah, I actually think Memnon can just solo the Hydra. I just need morale to not break. You know? I've told him away. Also, those sirens were absolutely mullered.
Your sirens are still going, aren't they?
They're not long for this world.
Where are they?
I think they're dead.
Oh, no, man.
So if I can just kill the Hydra.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
I can cast that on myself, right? Right. I swear I casted that on myself last time.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, the Hydra's a lot smaller than I thought he'd be, to be honest.
Steve, I'm tiny. How dare you? Oh,
No,
am I in combat? Is that why? Look, he's massive.
He's not that big.
You think that could have been...
The trees are bigger than him.
Turn around, Memnon. This is not the time. This is not the time to have your back to or something.
He can't resist a camera.
No, Memnon, this is not good for you. I need to kill the... I think the priests are helping the Hydra. So
The room is still telling you to press insert on Memnon.
Alright, hold on. Still think it's small? Still think it's small, Steve?
He's tiny. Look at him. The trees are massive.
Memnon, if you could... Oh, he's doing a good job, actually. I take it all back. I assume I can't define challenge it. I don't really want to do that.
Kazamajin.
Can I really not? What have I got over here? Right, if these guys can just shoot at it. I think... Oh, Steve, I've just read the word after defeat the Hydra and saw the word and and that's just whatever that and is not going to happen. But we are going to try and make it happen. It's defeat that and all the Hydra priests.
Hydra
I see
priests.
one over there, and I see one there. If this guy can break free, actually, if Memnon can kill the Hydra, effectively, I think what we're battling here isn't the ability to win. I think with enough time, we win. What we're battling is Memnon's morale, right? Like Memnon will break before he dies.
Yeah.
So I need to kill the priests before all of these guys die. Oh, look at that. Fantastic job. I think that's the priest and the giants taking him.
How many priests have you got out on the field?
This guy's
Like,
the main
five?
this guy's the main problem. And I think if
Okay.
I can kill him, I think things will go okay. I do just need to kill him. Correct me if I'm wrong, do the priests heal the Hydra? Yeah, they do. But this is fine. This is going fine. This is genuinely, it looks a lot worse, but this is actually going better than last time. If I can kill that Hydra priest, things will be fantastic. I'm going to lose my whole army to this, but I think I will gain a Hydra, and I do think that's a trade worth making. These guys can just hold. These guys can come back in, I guess, as backup on this. Because that priest is not. He's not dying. Okay. I see people who are talking to you in chat.
Yeah, people love me. What can I say? No, I'm joking.
Oh no, Memnon isn't making it to the Hydra. All right, I've berserked the Hydra.
Yeah, Deadline Me said, Steve, can I give feedback about CA's communication that I think may help greatly? I think CA needs to be able to deliver more no plans in the near future answers. We do when we can. If it's regarding leaks and things like that, we don't, because our policy is we do not comment or talk about leaks or speculation. We just don't. We just.
I would say there's a slight flip side to that as well. Of it's like why we don't talk about leaks and speculation. There can sometimes be situations where saying no to like a guaranteed no to whatever isn't happening, when that thing changes, it doesn't go well for us. But also, if you can kind of work out what we are doing based on what all of the no's were to, which is the same thing as just saying what we are doing. So I think when it makes sense and when we can see why that's being discussed and why that's being asked, absolutely. And also when we have that high level of confidence that what our answer isn't going to change, in a week's time, then yeah, absolutely, we do our best to, especially when it's like narratives that aren't true. I do try and see what.
There's also that element of, if someone says, hey, this is happening, and we turn around to it and say, no, it's not. When someone then says something and we don't respond to it, people are like, they haven't responded, therefore it's happening. So this is partly why our policy is we just don't talk about it, because and I'm not saying that happens all the time, but it's just we need to be part of what we have to do. This is turning into less of a history stream and more about how
yeah, but
brand marketing happens.
I mean, if people want to chat about if
people want to chat about that, I'm more than happy to talk about it.
Of it. It's but
I don't know if Freeman's watching. He'll tell me if I need to stop talking. So
yeah, I think it's the when there's earnest discussion that we can wade into and give a final answer to. Absolutely, it's just making sure I think someone in the chat called it out of it's very difficult and usually not appropriate for us to engage with speculation. So we don't, and it's the same reasoning for leaks, right? If we talk about and shut down one thing of speculation, then it becomes very clear when we're not shutting down other things, right? And that might not necessarily be because they're true. It might be there's other reasons we can't answer it. So that's why as a kind of carte blanche, we can't talk about those things and we don't discuss those things.
Yeah. And Dead Like Me, where you mentioned about more addressing feedback and suggestions, we do try to, if it's something that is that a lot of people are talking about, or a suggestion or feedback, we will do what we can to get a response to that, even if that is a here's why that isn't happening, or here's what our view is on that. But there is so much feedback that we get, like you can imagine, but it's also an element of every single player has a different view of how they think the game should be or what they would like the game to be like.
Yeah.
And it's not that discounts their suggestions or their ideas, but it's very, very difficult to be able to respond to all of those things and give
Yeah.
people an answer. Especially when there are still like development and things like that, and idea. I always struggle with this word, ideation,
Yep.
for things that happen in the future. Like we don't know everything
Yeah. I mean,
that can
you can
happen.
speak for yourself, but I think the I'd say
Josh knows everything. He is Mr. Warhammer.
oh no.
So with Warhammer 3, he knows, he actually decides everything that happens in the lore, everything. So any concerns you have,
Oh
just go
god.
straight to
What
Josh.
don't I okay.
I've dropped you in it now.
It's
No, but generally and I saw someone there, like someone mentioning, is Warhammer 3 support over? No. On 4th of December, the Total War showcase that we've got coming up, Warhammer 3 is a part of it. So
and we've
keep
got
an eye
some
out.
very exciting
Yeah.
things to talk about there. It's
Yeah. So yeah, it is part of it. But yeah, it's tricky, That's going on Reddit. It's already on Reddit, Ruin.
it was part of the announcement, right?
Freeman did already mention it in response to someone.
What I was
That Warhammer 3 is a part of the celebrations on the 4th.
what I was going to say, Steve, is on talking about like responding to individual questions and suggestions. Because there was like it is always a fair point, but I think it is unless you kind of have the more bird's eye view, like there are hundreds, if not thousands, of things suggested or raised every week. And it'd be like the number of people you would then need to be able to respond to all of those individually. And it's why we try and do our best to call things out in the patch notes, especially things that have come from the community or from the creators, on mass where it makes sense and where we can call that back. But overall, there is a huge volume of feedback we get, and we log and we track. But to go back and close that loop individually would be like several people's full-time job to go and do that, but that doesn't mean we are not incredibly thankful for that feedback. Even if
But it's
we
like we
aren't
said,
able to come in one-on-one and have that discussion.
Yeah, it's not so much a matter of not responding. Not responding to it does not mean that we are not reading it and passing it on where it needs to go.
But also
Like I
there's
say,
usually
we have
multiple
other
sources
teams
as
that,
well, right? So it's
yeah,
something getting fixed could be one person who said something, it could be six people who said things in six different places. You go and say to one person thank you for that, and then the other five go, well, what about me? I said it as well. So I think it's at large, we are just incredibly thankful for the amount of feedback we get, but that amount also makes it very difficult to have kind of that one-on-one dialogue about it.
Yeah.
But that's why also things like this come in. Like this is where we can have a one-on-one dialogue with people who show up and they chat, because it's an easier environment for us to be able to do so, because I'm tied to this computer for 2 hours.
Yeah. And I love talking about what we do and like my job. I very rarely actually get to talk about it and the challenges that we face in what we do, and what we'd like to be able to do and stuff like that, and being able to hear the expectations from you guys, because it's important. You guys are the community, so when you're saying that there are things you're unhappy with or you wish there were more communication in certain places, that's the sort of feedback that I can take on board and I can pass on to the rest of the team as well, and we will see what we can do. But yeah, like there was a question from Lightbringer about, is the Total War celebration the showcase? I assume that is going to be a stream or a multiple video format. It's going to be a video. It's going to be in video format. It will not be a live stream, but it will be in video format.
Oh, do I have to choose? I really like my little craftsman.
Divine craftsman. He's divine.
My little craftsman, he's been buffing these guys up so much. Look at that. 20 armor, 20 melee. It's almost not worth having the Hydra. I know we did this whole stream for the Hydra, Steve. I really like my little craftsman. Maybe the Hydra's just going to follow along.
Tell me why you're going to lose your...
So we're going to lose him, but you can only have the maximum number of, I believe, embedded epic heroes, right? You can only
Yeah,
have
okay.
one epic hero, unless if I get rid of the Hydra Priest, that counts, but I doubt it. But I've like how? Oh no, I can't. I can't even take him out. So definitely not. But yeah, I can't have the Hydra in and the Craftsman in, and the Craftsman is giving insane buffs to all of these units. Although I think in one more turn he's done, so maybe he can just tag along behind. Right. We actually had a quest.
Vaughn, it will be one video.
Although
The showcase will be one video. Although I do believe that there'll be. Am I right in thinking there will be sections of it that will be
I think that's the thing of like we can
for
say
future?
we can say how it currently is and how it's currently sliced up, but there's the chance that changes, that there's a better format to do it
true,
in, so.
true. The current plan is for it to be a single video showcase that goes out in one thing. But then in regards to how that's then put up for like future viewing and stuff like that, I'm not sure whether we'll split it up, but
The Hydra's going to
we'll
follow along on
see.
its
You'll
own.
have to tune in to find out.
Look at that, Steve. Look at that. That's my army, and that's the Hydra following along on his own little boat.
Oh, he's got his own boat.
He can't join the main one.
Also, someone on the boat that's sailing the boat for him, right?
No, I think that each head has an oar, and they're like that, kind of all as one rowing.
Do you know what? I know they all have their own. Each one has its own brain, though, doesn't it? I assume.
Does it?
Does it have one core brain in one of the heads, or is
I assume
because otherwise the
God,
mental,
right.
like having the mental capacity to coordinate all of those heads rowing.
Yeah.
Actually, I suppose if they're all doing the same motion at the same time, it's probably quite easy.
Why do I think there's like a master? The first Hydra head would be the main one. Oh, I get such decision paralysis sometimes over like choosing. So on Troy, obviously you pick one or the other path, and like the ones that are, I like them both. So like this would be debuffing an enemy, and that would be buffing myself. Plus 20 morale. If that's all units in range, that is quite good, but it's quite a high rage cost, and that is a lower rage cost, but it's only against one enemy. I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm a positive guy, so I would rather be positive for myself than negative towards them. What's the difference there? Stamina, morale, more armor. Do you know what? I'll take armor just because we are buffing up our armor massively. This guy, what's he doing? Not much, and I'm not going to bother upgrading him. All right, let me end. Hydras have one core that multiplies once one head is dead. I also am not familiar with Hydra lore.
Well, I told you everything there is to know about Hydra lore.
You did.
What do you want to know?
Steve's got Wikipedia at his fingertips. Someone said, interesting choice for the game.
You can tell because whenever I go on it, I don't have dark mode on Wikipedia. Does it have dark mode? It does. Oh my god!
This whole time.
Sorry. This whole time, and every time I go on it, you just see my face light up white because I'm going on Wikipedia, and I can just hit this button here, and it's in dark mode. But Wikipedia is the source of all knowledge on Earth, isn't that right? I think. Hashtag don't at me.
Who would at you? Wikipedia.
That was a throwback, wasn't it? That was an app. That was a throwback, wasn't it?
I
don't at me. Do you remember when people used to say that?
Do you know what, Steve? I so don't use social media, so I'll take your word.
Back in the ancient times, people used to say
that. But what was I? Hold on. Someone asked me if I knew why the Dardanelles crest is a stag, and I didn't get to say I don't. Oh, the epic agent's left. Well then, time for the Hydra to come in.
I have everything else in dark mode, Skipios.
Oh, now I've got the maximum number of units.
But it's just, when you go on a website and it's like, in a tiny little button on the right side, it's like, hey, do you want to use dark mode? When it's like these days, you should be like, dark mode is the default. I know that the CA community does not currently have dark mode. Please don't at me.
Yeah. Again, Steve, I don't know who you
think is again.
You've come in with high confrontation energy there.
Do you know what? I really feel bad because I've gone into this with a whole dark mode should be default with the full realization that the CA community does not currently have dark mode, and I'm sorry.
I can win that.
I don't know why I'm apologizing because I didn't develop
Steve
it.
Steve didn't develop dark mode, and this
I'm
is where we
digging.
are.
I'm digging a pit here.
Oof. I can just take Sparta right now. Have I just ended the Trojan War?
Yes.
Uh. Oh no! I could have. I don't know, some kind of Hydra tech going on here. Right, yeah, that doesn't make any sense because I don't take settlements. Of course, Ares likes us. Steve, have I? Surely, I have ended the like. He's got nothing. Oh no! Now I've just got to take out the Achaeans. Um, I feel like I've semi won the Trojan War in this campaign. I've got a Hydra, and now I've just raised Sparta.
Good. Well done.
Like, what more do they want from me? What more does Troy want?
Do you know what? I can hear the history books rewriting themselves.
Yeah, Josh and Memnon. What do they want from me? I mean, what they want is for me to raise 10 provinces. I mean, I'll just. Do you know what, Steve? I'll take out all of Sparta. Don't at me, Steve. As
Raise
you
it.
say.
Raise it to the ground.
Right, what have we got? Horde upgrade. That would be lovely. We are close, so close. And by the time we end this stream, we will have a single Egyptian unit in this army. How exciting is that? I've just realized I will unlock them. I will probably not have the resources to actually recruit any of them. So let's see if my words come back to haunt me in 15 minutes.
I heard that it's quite a nice place to walk.
We've got Memphis.
Yeah, it's quite a nice place to walk.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Steve.
No. I'm losing my mind here, guys. Doing this. Can we keep the chat civil, please? People in YouTube.
Sorry, Steve. I've been jumping in to attack
it's all right.
you.
I'm just telling
I've been going in there and atting you.
Yeah.
Right.
All of these people. Anyone saying anything negative in chat is Josh. Okay. It's all his alts. He's actually got someone else playing the game for him right now. This is actually a replay.
Steve, you've completely misunderstood the situation. I am a Hydra. One arm, the Hydra of arms, not of heads. One arm is messaging in chat. 10 more arms.
The Hydra of arms.
What do I need to build this that I don't have? Lots of wood and lots of wood and lots of wood.
Skipios is trying to make us feel bad in chat. Damn, I hope to win a key for this game in your Discord. The game looks fun AF. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't win. That's all I have to say on the topic. I don't feel bad at all. No.
We should have done over the last 3 months giveaways of the games that we're playing, you know.
We have been.
On stream, I mean.
Oh, on stream?
Yeah, we should have done like little...
Josh, do they really deserve it?
They
really deserve it?
Hold on, let me get my alt accounts fired up so they can all say yes.
Yeah, oh, yes, fine, you deserve it. No, one day.
I don't really want to construct anything is the problem, Steve. I know construction's available, but I just need... I lack resource. No, let's just keep trying to... Let's keep trying to raise Sparta. I see we have started some sort of civil war between Twitch and YouTube of who deserves those keys.
Oh, no, I don't think it's much of an argument because the YouTube is saying that the community doesn't deserve anything.
And Twitch is saying we do.
Twitch is saying that only the Twitch viewers deserve something.
Well,
you've made that choice for us.
Not much of a civil war where one side...
yeah. one side is literally shooting arrows into their own faces.
I mean, a hard way to shoot an arrow, honestly. Like, you wouldn't get the draw strength. All right, I think we are actually going to be able to raise all of Sparta in this turn.
You'd need, if you had a really small bow and arrow, you could pretty much probably do some level of...
It reminds me of Oblivion, where as a child, I would shoot arrows up into the air and then and Skyrim, and like try and dodge them coming back down. And honestly, hours of fun. I highly recommend booting it up and just trying to dodge your own arrows.
Well, that's the true story, isn't it?
Of what?
Of the game. That's how you actually play the true ending
Are you trying to
If
make?
you...
I don't know if you're trying to get to an arrow to the knee joke or not. I'm trying to
No,
see if
no,
you've
I'm
got.
not. The true ending to Skyrim is that you start the game as soon as you get a bow and arrow, you fire it in the air, hit
And then
yourself, die, and that's
you
it.
try to dodge it and fail.
Yeah.
Um.
You try to dodge it and fail.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
racist.
no, that is correct. So I got very confused there.
I
I
think.
put no. Yes, that would hurt.
Uh. Let's keep. I'm rushing through because I really want to see if I can actually destroy all of Troy within 2 hours. And by Troy, I obviously mean the literal opposite of Sparta. Um. I really am hurting for stone, so let's get some stone. The good news is, Steve, we have technically unlocked the ability to call these reinforcements in. It will really hurt my economy, but I'm going to do it just because then we have fulfilled the prophecy of playing with Egyptian units in Troy and playing with Greek units in Pharaoh. So the prophecy is fulfilled. As soon as I recruit, I guess, archers and 1 unit of spears. There we go. Let us, look. Don't say we don't make good on the promise of the of the stream. We got a Hydra and we've recruited Egyptians. Oh no, my hubris is immediately saying. I super sports question. It's only a couple of days away. You'll see. It's just a little, little thing. Just
Don't think about it too much. don't think about it too much.
it's us gearing up.
We've got a hotfix should be coming on Thursday. That's what we're aiming for. So let's have some fun with the hotfix for a bit.
And also we'll have the hopefully next week our streams. Oh no.
And dead like me in regards to Warhammer power creep stuff. That's not something that we can really talk about because it's not our area of expertise. However, I know there's been talk internally about talking a bit more about power creep. So that is a conversation that we've been having in the back end. I have heard people being about what we could maybe talk, how we could talk about it, and how it works, etc., etc. So, yeah, who knows? I can't say anything right now specifically about power creep issues, but hopefully there is a world in which we can at least talk some more about it. But I'm not saying that I can't make any promises or guarantees about what may happen in regards to like addressing it within the game because it's not my place.
Steve.
Yeah.
Can you hear my cat going
Yes.
insane behind me?
I heard noises and I assumed it was your lovely partner singing.
My cat is just absolute. Can you come here? So we recently put a lock on the outside of the bedroom door because she kept opening the door and going in and then rolling all on the duvet and getting it all hairy. And she is right now learning that she cannot get back into that room, and she's not taking that well. I'm gonna retreat here. I don't know why.
Why do we have pets? Why? I have cats. I have 2 cats, 2 Maine Coon cats, so they're big, and I have a corgi called Pixel, and I also have 2 babies who are very nearly 6 months old, and my cat, one of my cats, Kiro, likes to jump in the cot and sleep in the cot with the babies. Now I don't know how much you know about having a baby, but that's a big no. They say don't let your cats do that. Yeah.
Yep.
You try and stop a Maine Coon from doing that in the middle of the night when he really wants to. We'll do a pet stream one day.
We will. The problem I have is I've got a green screen and she will claw it. This green screen will be in shreds if I.
Although you did have a great picture you shared the other day where you had the green screen on, the cats were in front of the green screen.
They were baffled by the baffled by the existence of this. We are Steve. I think we're doing all right. I really think there's a chance that we can absolutely destroy Sparta within this stream, and I am shocked that we were able to do so. Is that the end of Sparta? Did they have anywhere else? I've got Menelaus's belt. What do I?
Well, oh, why did you take his belt off?
I don't. I didn't ask to take. Is that? Oh, have Sparta re-established? Yeah, they've re-established in Sparta. So the final battle of Sparta will. Oh no, I think they've also got down here. But you know what? I am fulfilling my objective. I think of sacking 10 different settlements. The problem is, I
I think
this will be the same one.
this is quite an interesting fact for anyone who wants to know. So Scipioth says, "Our deity's blessing for one battle only." And then Kazim, he actually said, "Don't worry about pronouncing my name," but I said Kazimajin. Kazimajin, the based god, said, "It's while the prayer is active,
Yeah.
which is a few turns."
Yeah, but it
There you
doesn't.
go.
It doesn't
Bit of
come
info
into
for you.
effect until the turn after, which is
That's
worth
good.
bearing in mind. So you can't panic prayer. Although I see there's a prayer here called Panic and Terror.
Oh, there you go.
You do have to think about what you're going to do. And I think actually this would be let's pray to Ares. We are pretty warlike right now, so I think he can be part of our unit. I feel like I don't want to specialize too much further on like any particular unit while I'm still trying to work out what my core army is. I will say this is definitely like the fastest we've played. Do you know what? It really helps when you have no settlements. Total War when you have no settlements is 50% faster.
Is that a Memnon trait? Is it something that
Yeah,
he's meant to do,
yeah.
or
So
is
he's
it
a horde.
he is a horde? Yeah,
but
right.
but but he's like the most hoardy horde in that he's not even
Hordy horde.
he's not even recruiting locally, right? He's just you're instantly recruiting, so you're not having to wait a turn to recruit. So he is a very
Where does he find these
very
people?
fast. Well, let me tell you, Steve. Anywhere really along the Nile, and also if he wants to go all the way down to Susa, and also in Canaan.
There we go.
Glad to have answered your question.
Yes, thanks.
We are losing quite a bit of food, though. All right, Sparta's next. I always spam Zeus for ripping people off with diplomacy. Zeus is very good with. It's like he has a special thing, right, where you can call upon him in it. But I don't need diplomacy right now. If anything, Sparta should be trying to be diplomatic with me. We do also have, I think, 9 turns left. 2 turns left. 2 turns left of getting our royal decrees very quickly. Probably growth. Right, well, look, how many times are we going to have to teach Sparta this lesson? Oh, no. That's Agamemnon. Agamemnon versus Memnon.
You've met Memnon.
There can only be
Agamemnon.
There can only be one Memnon.
I was the original Memnon.
What?
I'm Memnon, and so's my wife.
Steve, I don't know if I've ever used this stance. +3 to the... Oh, you heal the Hydra. Got it. I don't need that. I think what we need to do is ambush Agamemnon.
Can you rename Memnon to Mega Memnon? I like it.
Can you? I don't think you can rename. You can't rename.
No, you can't.
That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. But
can you rename his army though?
No, because it's just him, right? The
army. Yes.
We can, in theory, rename the Hydra. But I'm not sure. Okay, here's my insane plan. Okay, I think this is really smart. All right, I'm recruiting this guy here on this side of the river, and I'm going to put him in ambush mode. So this guy is bait.
To rename it to dihydrogen oxide.
There's probably a really good reason why this isn't going to work, but I'm pretty confident in my own plan. Oh my gosh, Steve. Shockingly, it worked.
Wow.
We're gonna... Our last battle of the stream is going to be the battle to be the one true Memnon. Out of nowhere. I didn't set that as an objective because I thought that would be way too far off to do.
Battle of the Memnons.
Yeah, but this is it. This is going to be the one true Memnon. It's called the Battle of Sparta. That is incorrect. This is the Battle of Memnon.
Battle of the Memnons.
And we are ambushing. So we are... Oh, look at this. This is... And you know what? We're going to 1v1 him as well. Can I... Do I 1v1 him very well? I will. Yeah, this is... a shock twist of what I thought I'd be able to get done in 2 hours. And we've got all of the better armor. We've got chariots. Um, they have got centaurs. I don't know if you've seen the centaurs in Mythos. You get quite a lot of them if you go start on the Amazon side.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they're a bit to go get. Oh, this is going to be hopefully quite brutal. Someone said that's quite the cheesy strat, but honestly, I think it's just you know, it's putting someone out there as bait, and you've got to be ready for it to go wrong and for you to get drawn into a battle that isn't an ambush that you don't particularly want. Depending, I think, on which way they go round. But fortunately, he went the way that we wanted him.
No, well, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't know it was going to pan out that way.
No, well, I wanted it to, and I planned it
you
to.
Hoped, yeah, you hoped for it.
But, you know, that's the.
I wonder if I should turn a light on. I don't know if that makes any difference.
I've not been able to see you because the
That's
chat
fine.
has covered your face, so I
It's
haven't
just,
warned you if you're really dark.
It's just these times of these streams is like my room is very much lit by outdoor. This is the most mundane thing I've talked about this entire stream, and I've talked about it before.
You love talking about light.
It's my life. It's just talking about the sources of light in my office room.
Okay, we're going to start this battle. I think this is going to go quite well for us. The balance of power is nowhere near as much as it thought it was going to be, but we're going to immediately go and duel. Is it that one? No, it's that one. We're going to Divine Challenge Agamemnon.
Now shiny.
The only downside of an ambush is how much you have to immediately micro. And I'm not the fastest microer, you know.
So what happens in an ambush, which is different from a normal battle? Is it that you are up in the thick of it straight away?
Yeah. So, well, you I guess you can choose to be, but like I don't know if you saw, they were in the middle, and I've deployed either side of them.
Right.
So I've managed to. Oh,
you can like immediately be flanking
exactly
and at the rear and so on.
So that's you can see like I've forced them to split between me, and which is great. And now I'm going to be able to fire arrows into the flanks of these guys, which is lovely. And now these javelins, like, they're going to just mow down this side here. Do I want the Hydra fighting in melee or in ranged? Because it defaults to ranged, but that just feels wrong. All right, these guys are going to pull back. Right, how goes the battle for the one true Memnon? Oh, look at the little combat going. He's got a shield slam and... Oh, he's kicked him. Can I do that? No, that's the one that I want. There you go. He's buffed himself. Oh, he's running!
Yeah, I was going to say, Agamemnon's like, oh, this guy's got a weird blue thing spinning around the top of his head.
You don't get away from the one true Memnon. I think... Are those my own units?
Yeah.
Oh, he's down.
Back, yeah.
He's down. There we go. I mean, surely that's pretty demoralizing for the Spartans to see the one true Memnon, who has, I think, taken no damage thanks to his regeneration. And also, I have a enormous Hydra. Like, there's a lot of things going.
Now that you've defeated him, all the red units should suddenly just turn green.
Yeah.
Like, you are all mine now, and then they all just party, and that's how they celebrate the end of the stream.
This is how Memnon manages to recruit more. Now the one true Memnon reigns.
One true Memnon.
I am Sparta now.
You promised you would always follow a Memnon.
He's not going to be
now
dead,
you
though,
follow
he's
this
going to be
Memnon.
Wounded, and he's going to go back to that little. There we go. We'll watch the dance circle for this one.
Yes. Oh,
there you go. The dancing victor
with a little bit of ketchup on the floor.
Oh, I can get some. I can feed him to my snake, and that feels appropriate.
Why does Sawfist says? Why does one of the units look like a gremlin?
So,
which one?
Well, we'll see in a second. But you remember when I said that sometimes it can go wrong?
Oh.
This is one of those situations where it goes wrong. But luckily, you got to get through me if you want to get to my child. And he was not ready to try and cross this bridge. I think someone has chased though over there. I watched a YouTube history documentary by Kings and Generals about Caesar. I love that these two were Rome. Yeah, Kings and Generals are a fantastic. I've got his shield. Fantastic channel. We do try and work with them as much as we can, whenever it's relevant to do so, because they're absolutely great to work with.
I'm reading a book at the moment called Powers and Thrones.
Oh yeah,
by Dan Jones, who does a lot of very good history books, and it talks about it's basically like the history of the Middle Ages,
Yep.
but like all of it. So for the first time, I'm actually learning about the fall of Rome,
Oh wow.
and I've never ever known anything about that era of history.
Yeah.
And and then it's gone on from like Rome into like the birth of Islam
Yep.
and Muhammad and all of that, and it's all very like intriguing stuff.
Mm.
Like I never knew all of that history, so it
Yeah.
was really really interesting to learn all of it, to learn about all of that side of things, because my knowledge of like my love for like medieval stuff is very much about the I can't remember what the different eras of the medieval period.
It's
There's like
like
high medieval, isn't
yeah,
there, and
late
late medieval, etc. So
the
I like the Plantagenet era. So I like post. That's what I've kind of learned most about. Is like post William the Conqueror stuff, basically.
yeah.
So learning about all this stuff beforehand is really intriguing. But learning, yeah,
Mm.
the big focus on like the fall of the Roman Empire and stuff like that. It's such intriguing stuff.
Yeah. I
It makes the
what's the
world
name?
feel so small. The way of which it describes the way that so they just went there and did that, and then
What's
they owned that, and they owned all this land, and makes the world seem tiny.
so I found that when I was in Greece of like because the Romans were there and it's all of the places that they've been. It's like how did you get this far? Like
Yeah,
what's the name of the book, Steve? Because no,
Powers and Thrones.
okay, I shockingly I think I have that in my Amazon basket. Uh,
Oh yeah, read it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun.
I after I came back, I was like, I learned so much about Greek history. I was like, I don't know that much about English history in comparison. So I wanted to start learning some more.
Yeah,
Oh, I can
no,
do the river
it's
walk.
very interesting.
What is it? Oh, that would be. Is that construction cost? Oh, let's give it a go. Um, I saw someone ask a question about AR. I don't know what AR stands for. Is that auto resolve?
Probably in this
Yeah.
sense, or augmented reality.
Um,
Which frankly I think would be really cool if you had augmented reality and it looked like the battle was playing out on your actual tabletop. That would look pretty cool.
I think that's chess.
Oh yeah,
Uh, oh, I'm
that'd be
not
great with
gonna.
Warhammer, wouldn't it?
It would.
Wouldn't it be great if there was a way that you could like play the Warhammer battles but do it on like a table?
I I see what you're saying. I've just understood what you're getting at. I was like, that does ring a bell,
Yeah, it
and
does.
now I
That
feel
does sound like something that
like a
does exist.
fool. You've made a
Yeah.
fool of me, Steve. We are close to the end of the stream, so I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish any more here. I did make this guy called Mini Memnon because I
Mini
recruited him the turn
Memnon.
after. He was the guy who baited Agamemnon in.
So you've renamed him Mini Memnon.
I have, yes.
You are the Mega Memnon now.
But to answer the question, as I see, it's I only have the information I have on me, and I've heard little bits there's consideration, there is discussion of what to resolve, but I've not heard anything imminent, and I've not heard the scope of any of those. So unfortunately I don't have an answer there. Beyond that, but that is the end of our stream, Steve. That brings us to the end of another history hangout. Eventually we will run out of periods of history to hang out in, but let us know if you want to see us do more. This is my favorite period of history. I only told like a few of the things that I really love about this period. So maybe I can see if I can do a Rome one and then sneak
Yeah,
in
do
some
it.
more
Please
fun
do, because
facts.
I think after learning about the late Roman Empire and the fall of the Roman Empire, I think I would like to learn more about it. And I know how much you like Roman history.
Yeah,
We already did
I do love
Our Thrones one where I got to, which was a little bit early.
Yeah.
In regards to what I like, my favorite period of history, but it was interesting. And I always forget his name, but our good friend, what was his name?
Oh, Tudwell.
Our
Tudwell.
insane
Tudwell.
Tudwell, the
Never
insane
forget
fish
Tudwell.
lover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I still have that save, so we can still go with him. But
Oh yeah, one day.
I think the last I will take one last question as we end, because I think it's something I just wanted to touch on before we ended the stream itself, which was how is CA still working to regain the trust of the community? Is that a chapter or an ongoing mission? I think it's fair to say that is always a mission at all times. When things are good, when things are difficult, it is always about trying to show up and make sure that we can have these kinds of discussions. So thank you to everyone who has shown up.
That's why we're doing these streams.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing these streams. We're doing our very best to be more communicative
Yeah, and it's
about what we're up to, finding new ways to keep you guys in the loop about what we're working on, and you know, like when issues arise, like the campaign AI thing, trying to be as open as we can with you about what we're working on and when we're working on it.
yeah.
Which I think is something that we didn't like a couple of years ago, was not something that we really did. We did have a history of, you know, putting our heads in the sand and being like, oh, let's just work on this and then, you know, we'll put it out when it's ready or whatever. But now I think, you know, we want to be able to talk to you guys about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's
So
we wouldn't be sitting here on a stream answering questions about why Troy isn't getting an update right now if that wasn't the case.
and I think there's, there have been some, I'd say, some heavier topics in the stream than maybe we typically have during a history hangout where we're talking about togas. But
Yeah.
I would say, I'm always happy to try and have the conversations that you guys are interested in having, just with the caveat that we have to have of like, there's only so much live that I can know and answer, and also that and I think it always has been by the audience who watches us, but taken in the good faith of we're trying to give you answers that, as we know and that we can. We are not always going to say everything absolutely right on these streams. We're not always going to frame everything that we're trying to say absolutely right on the stream. I think actually some of the stuff, some of the discussion that we had about the words, the future of Total War last time, if I was to write that down, I would have rewritten how we had that discussion. But I hope it's taken in the spirit of, we are trying to be communicative. We are trying to come into spaces where you guys can have one-on-one conversations with us. And we are,
sorry, I'm cutting you off.
That's all right. We are, we want to have those and maintain those. But just we are trying to do our best to keep them going and to do them in the spirit of open communication. But we will make stumbles on it. It's the
risk of streams, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
when we're on a stream, everything, we're not recording a video from a script that can be edited. We're just talking.
Yeah.
So there's always a risk of people being like, "Oh my god, Steve said the word fence."
You really struggle to think of a word there, Steve.
A word, any word. I could have said any word.
Yeah.
The word fence. That means that there must be no, that was a really bad example. I don't know where I'm going.
I don't know where you're going.
You know what I mean? Like, Steve said this, therefore this must be happening. Oh, was this? It's like, no, it's literally, this is just us trying to use our brains to make words come out in a form that sounds like a sentence.
So I actually think there's a really good example of that from, and I know we're over, but there was a really good example of that from the last stream of, I read very quickly before I went on stream how the attack from sea stuff would work. And I didn't get it entirely right. It was right in accurate in what I said on stream. When I tried to follow up on Reddit, just based on the stuff that I had, I wasn't entirely right. I edited it a couple of minutes later because I sat there and I thought, that doesn't read right. So I edited that and it got shared. And I did get a couple of people message me of, community, not internal, but a couple of people messaged me asking if we could not say if we don't know, if we're not entirely confident, but we will. We'll always correct if we learn that what we've said is incorrect when we're on a stream. But I'd rather try and communicate more and pull back on things where we had to reframe than to not communicate. I did also see, and I want to just say, I saw a lot of, and this is where I was trying to lead to, I saw a lot of comments about Alberic on that post, and I passed that on. We'll see what we can do. If anything is in there, then on the Acelin stream that I do, I'll be sure to call that out because we'll talk about the attack from sea on there as well.
Yeah, and just, where, like David, where you've said in there, know the future of Warhammer 3 videos in December. Like we've mentioned before, let's change the narrative with the future of thing. I know it was something that's past. It's become a little bit of a meme phrase, isn't it, in time? And there's always this fear that we're going to use those words. But the future is optimistic. The future is cool. Like, honestly, like let's rephrase that and turn it. Let you guys that are watching this now be part of that movement to stop it being something that's deemed as negative, because there's we're all really excited.
We are, and I know that doesn't. I know I was like, you said that, and I was like, oh, the next words out of my mouth are not going to sound excited. But so thank you very much, thank you very much, everyone. But we really appreciate you coming along, and we will see you hopefully next week. So thank you very much, and Steve, this is what's going to really amaze you: is I have fixed my end button. So goodbye, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.